What's up, team? And here we are back at the bull ring again with another stock market update, and we have the always infamous SPY going down. Guys, look at this, huh? We talked about this in a video last week, okay? And I'm going to tell you why SPY is going down and why it's going to continue to go down, okay? And I'll show you where it's going to end up as well if this theory works. Okay, most of the time the theory works. I didn't invent the theory. I know how to recognize the theory. But if you didn't enter SPY at that cloud twist, then you missed out on a nice little chunk of change, guys. Why didn't you get in? Probably because you haven't signed up for my courses. This is simple. You sign up for the courses, you get this indicator, you get me yelling at you in a chat room, buy, 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 sell, sell, sell. Now this is what a put looks like when you buy it on the 4-hour twist, guys. The 4-hour twist is one of the biggest ones we have, and we actually got the cloud twisting and getting very red, and now it's getting wide. And this is what I entered here. This was on Tuesday, May 28th. That was yesterday. And I'm sure you guys are like, wow, man, how come you didn't say anything on YouTube? I do every night. You gotta pay attention. All right, 30% of a watermelon is better than 30% of a grape. This is why I like to play SPX versus SPY. SPY is okay, but at some point you're gonna enjoy SPX with the right coaching and with the right entries, guys. All right, so let's take a look at a few key levels. You're going to see that we are right now in the aftermarket, guys, okay? We are going to hit this support, and SPX is going to bust through it, okay? I promise you, when you wake up tomorrow, you're going to say, wow, I should have got that put or puts if you can afford it, okay? 523.12, guys. Then we're going to go to 519.54. and 516.18. okay, now after that, that's right, this is the big kahuna. Look at this. You're gonna see a nice chop down, and we will make it back down to 501, and then we will continue. If this is the true 10% correction, guys, of the market, okay, we need to see this thing go down more. 10% equals what's from the top? Here we go. All right, so 10% will be 479. Let's call it 480, okay? 480. This is how SPY will get to 480 if it gets through all this support. And if it gets to this bottom, which will be one of the biggest gaps that it does have right now. That's the problem when stocks run up, okay? They leave gaps sometimes, and they don't come back and fill them. If you don't fill the gap, okay, this is going to be very, very bad for the market, okay? Especially if you are long, but not for the bull ring, because we know what this means, guys. That's right. That's free money. When you get into this area, it's going to be free money. That means that there's nothing that's going to stop the stock. If you don't believe me, paper trade it, okay? And then come tell me what your results are, and then we can talk about you joining us and making some decent money daily, guys, okay? Okay, let's take a look at SPX, because SPX is one of the biggest traded stocks in the market. The index, guys. Okay, so so the index had a nice bearish entry right in here, guys. Okay, now I understand if you enter the stock here and then you want to get out when you see these double wicks on the 15-minute, and I'm showing you the higher time frame so that it makes more sense when you're trading. Now, it did come up yesterday, and you guys saw that bologna sandwich, right? They did it so that it can close green, but they couldn't avoid this. Bam. Okay, $40 drop. Like, this is insane, and this is irresponsible. by the market makers. And I hope one day some of these guys go to jail for the stuff that they're doing. They should just let people trade. You want to buy it, you buy it. You want to sell it because you made profit, sell it. Okay, leave it alone and stop doing that to people. Now, today was very, very interesting because we had something that is considered a cool term called chop. Okay. So today we were chopping around, and they're not going to give you the money because they already lost $40. Okay. $40. They got all the way down here and they said, man, we've lost enough money. Good. Now you know how other people feel. Okay. You lost $40. There you go. Or $40 times the millions and millions of trades you're doing. Okay. Now on the 5-minute time frame, guys, this looked very ugly, and what I'm going to recommend to you is that you learn how to trade on resistance and support. Okay, so I'm going to show you. This was the beginning of the day, and this was the original resistance. I'm just going to draw this line here, and I'll get rid of this support line here. Well, actually, we can leave it, and I'll show you what you could do in the future. Okay, this is why I recommend you come back and replay your stocks. Okay, so we have a nice, well, let's do it the right way. Let's make that red. So that's our resistance line, guys. Okay, and now down here we had our support line. Okay, now the way you can play this, and you have to be a fast trader. Okay, you have to understand that this is going to bounce and you have to set a stop loss. Okay, we came down in the 5-minute, we came back up, and we kept hitting and hitting this 4 times. So for 20 minutes we were here. So that tells me, okay, we can enter a call, and that's a $15 move. Okay, now it's not that easy. Of course it's not that easy, but you don't go in heavy and try to make up money for the last 10 days, guys. Okay, what you do want to do is you want to set up a visual. Okay, this is something that I always preach. Okay, teach yourself this. Okay, so what's my target? So if you know that the ATR, average to range for SPX right now is around $5 because they're not trading a lot, then set your take profit at $5, and then you set your stop loss at $5. Okay, very simple. Now you went above $5. Congratulations. Start looking for a place to sell. Now, if you hung in till up here, that means you're an advanced trader. You probably took my courses, and that's very smart of you. Okay, so that was the one entry. Okay, I got into that entry, guys. Okay, I also got into this entry, guys, last night. Okay, all the way down here, but I did it with a hedge. Okay, I didn't just say, yeah, I'm gonna buy a put, man. I'm the man. I know what I'm doing. No, I do a hedge just to protect myself in case it does decide that it wants to go back up. Okay. So that's one entry you had there, guys. So then you see the resistance, okay, hit. And then now we have another interesting entry, okay? What did we say down there? We had 5 minutes worth of resistance, 5 minutes of resistance, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, okay? Guess what? That's another entry in my book. So what you want to do while this is going on in the market, because it's going on long enough, okay, you want to set a 1-to-1 ratio. Again, if the ATR is $5, then you do 5 to 5. Okay, now if you think it's going to go 10, I recommend that you check yourself, because right now if we look at the ATR for SPX, it's about $5, guys. Okay, as a matter of fact, let's check it out. Here we go. We were at 691, and you can see how it's been going down 5, and after last night's drop, this ATR, good thing we checked, went down to about $3.50. So no wonder we see this thing chopping around left and right. All right, so if you're day trading this and you know this was the resistance, all you got to do is lift your line up here, and you can see that this resistance became the resistance here, and it kept trying to get close, and it kept dropping and dropping. Now, this was a nice entry if you took it. Okay, I took half a position here, did okay. Okay, I'm not going to complain about a green. All right, and I can see how people just started getting faked out, but this was a $12 drop. This was a $15 up. Okay, and then we just chopped around. Okay, so what happens when you start chopping around? Okay, well, I'm glad you guys asked. I'm going to show you right now. Okay, what you want to do is, since you have time, okay, now you drop. We found support again. Okay, draw you a little box, and then look for the highest point, which is these wicks in here. Okay, and I'm going to give you a nice little close-up so that we are all on the same page. And while the market is doing this, the number one thing you want to do is say, I'm not getting in, I'm not getting in, I'm not getting in. Okay, there you go. That's one. Okay, that's a second resistance there. Let's line these up together so you can see them. Okay, here's another one. Okay, so you always remember, okay, 1, 2, 3, floor, just like tequila, right? People who drink tequila will understand that. So this is not something I created. This is something I've seen in the market forever. I've seen other YouTubers do this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now you did have some nice support. Okay, started here. It never made it back down, but you see that the support line, okay, did get hit again here. Why? Because these guys started to pretend that support was here so that you can try to enter and say, oh, look at that. We're going higher. We're going higher. Oh, it's a higher high or a higher low. Okay, bologna sandwich. Okay, you don't get in. You don't get in. Look at this. Okay, you don't get in. The original support line was here. Okay, you wait till they break the original resistance, which was right here. We came down and we stopped. Okay, we stopped here. Came up and we never went back down. So that means we are consolidating. This is a consolidation zone now. You wait. So that means you had to wait 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, guys. Okay, maybe 15 candles. Okay. Oh, well, you had to wait over an hour. That's part of day trading. Now, this long candle here, okay, to the top, you would have had a move of about $12. Okay, let's say you waited till this broke, which is not bad. And you got here, you're looking at a almost $6 move. Okay. Nothing wrong with that if you want to enter the trade. Now you did get the cloud flip here, okay, which is great, but this is all they're giving you. Okay, now they came back, they went up, and now they created a brand new what? Consolidation zone. So let's mark that off. We have time. It's whatever time in the market. Okay, and I'm gonna mark this, and I can extend it to here during the day, or I can just go as far as I want. And I'm just going to make a line. Okay. As the day is going through and these candles come down and I see them stop here. Okay. How do I know it stopped? Because it went from red to green. Okay. There we go. Now I see a new support and then they brought it down under here. Okay, cool. I'll lower it. Okay. They went down even more. Cool. I'll lower that. Okay. Now, why am I not entering the trade? Because I don't have an entry, guys. The cloud even consolidated here. Okay, this is $3. Okay, they're not giving us more than that. So you want to make sure you stay focused on when are they going to get out of this consolidation. And you can see they stayed here for a while. Now you can get in, okay, on this cloud flip here, but check it out. Okay, and you can't get upset about this. It's a $5 move. Okay, you got to be a quick trader. If you take my advanced courses, you're gonna learn how to do this. This cloud flip here would have gave you $3.86. Okay, with SPX, that might not excite you. Okay, another cloud flip here, we got all the way down to about $6. Okay, and the reason I point this out, because if you are going to enter the trade every single time the cloud flips, which I truly recommend after you've learned how to trade and you're an advanced trader, okay, you're going to set this up and you're going to say, okay, cloud's flipping. know where your stop loss is at, guys. Okay, know where your stop loss is at. So if I know that my stop loss is up here and I see the trade jump up and down, which it did right in here, look at that. Okay, it came down, we got into here, okay, and then we came up. Now we never made it up here, which is my stop loss. Okay, so if you're fast enough, you do this. Once you see the candles, okay, with your price label, as I've said in the ultimate indicator video, okay, now you're going to set your stop loss. Okay, you should have a delta already picked out, ready to go, since you know that we're coming down. This is your entry. It's not going to be an exciting one. $5 on SPX. Okay, you're going to get it. Now, if you say, well, it's $5, okay, buy 2 contracts. If you think that you deserve a little bit more money, sorry, that's fine. Okay, so let's check this out. So let's say you decided to do the same with the previous entry. Okay, that would be a long position right in here. Okay, you can see that as the stock went up, it actually beat our goal. Okay, and when it went up, we never came back down here. So take your profits, you hit your goal. You got to be a fast trader though. You cannot overstay your welcome. You will learn the stock market well if you do that. So this is what I recommend. This consolidation zone, I don't really get in. Okay, sometimes I will for fun, guys. I'll go in there with some reward money, meaning that's money that I already decided I'm okay with losing it. Okay, but now if I continue to do this, guess what happened here, guys? Okay, so if I'm entering every cloud, you see that? Every cloud, okay? Now, I had another long position here that I can take. And you can see just by the visual, you went way over the goal, okay? Right there. So let's just, I can even move this up and say the original ATR was 5. You got $5 out of that, okay? Nothing wrong. If you play 25 delta, it's $125. Cut it loose at 100. Okay, you take 100 here, 100 there, 100 there. That's $300 you made right here. Okay, now my favorite is right here. Okay, because now they have no choice. Okay, these market makers are like, man, we've been trying to fake these folks out and we can't. And then I say, booyah, there you go. Okay, I bought an extra position right in here. Okay, I still have my 4-hour entry. This is my position right here, my new one. And guess what? We exceeded goal. We exceeded goal. Okay. We not only went past the 3.5, we went all the way down to 972. Now, if you're risking, you held overnight, then of course, you know right now that we are way down, way down. We're going to keep going down. Why? Because people are taking profits. People are afraid of the economy. People don't like what's going on with oil. People think that Elon Musk is crazy. Whatever it is, right? People are doing what they do, okay? And that always happens in what? Waves, okay? Let's talk about waves. Here I want to give you guys another picture on why I think that SPY is headed down to the 480 area. So this is, if you took my courses, okay, I'm going to leave you a link below, guys. I'll give you this course for free, okay? Rising wedge, okay? This is a rising wedge or an ascending wedge. So we know that when that happens, okay, we're going to see an implied move. Okay, so look at this. I'm going to measure this out. And right now we are looking at around, let's call it 470. Okay, we'll leave that on there so that we can review it every night and see how close we are getting to that number. Okay, how did I come with that number? I draw out my rising wedge. Okay, then I measure the mouth or the back of the mouth. Okay, whatever you want to call it. If you understand rising wedges and you look at this the other way, you can say, oh, wait, that's a megaphone. Again, another bearish sign. Okay, now here's the big picture. So here's what I talked about at the beginning of the video. We are currently in wave 5. Wave 5 has finished in the Elliott Wave Theory. Okay, so now if you're not familiar with Elliott Wave Theory, guys, you want to sign up for my advanced courses. Okay, it's a form of technical analysis. Okay, that tells us, okay, there's a theory that identifies an impulse of waves, okay? And Elliott said that every time we have a wave, we're going to have a corrective wave. So for example, you can see we had one, then we had the correction, which is wave 2, wave 3, then our correction was wave 4, and then 5. So if you understand Elliott Wave Theory, you know what's coming next. So that's right. The corrective waves that are coming next are the A, B, and C in Elliott Wave Theory, guys. Okay. Now you can see that the stock is going across and now it started to go down. Okay. We called out a lot of stuff at the beginning of the video, but here, okay, when we finish corrective C, which is usually below, a little bit below the fourth wave, guess where we're at again? We are in the 470-ish, 480 area. Like I said in the video earlier, okay, it doesn't matter if we put Fibonacci on it, if we put a rising wedge and we do the implied move, or we look at support lines and we see how much support is actually left, okay, they're all pointing for us to come down to around the 480 area, guys. So, okay, if you want to make money, make sure you keep an eye on this here, okay? If you need help with this, hit me up, guys. I'll do a free one-on-one. I'll do another video, whatever you want. Don't lose money because you're afraid of asking questions. All right, guys, and tonight I'm not going to talk about NVIDIA. NVIDIA is a workhorse. It's going to continue to dominate the market. I am going to talk to you about Netflix, okay? Netflix today, for some reason, decided it's just going to pump up $20. Can you imagine that if somebody said, hey, we're going up $20 tomorrow? Doesn't matter, guys. If you miss it, remember the lesson I gave earlier. Here you go. Okay. We had our first line up here. This was the resistance. Okay. So you keep that box there. That's your resistance. And when you see the first two candles right here, red and green, then I'm gonna lower it to that level right there because I saw, okay, this red candle and then this green one. So that's my line. Boom, across. Okay. As we're going along, I see my cloud hasn't flipped, so I'm not even worried. Okay. We're gonna see that we went down again, okay, based off of that wick and that green candle. So I thought, well, it's going to reverse. Not yet. Went up and came back down. And now we have a new support line here. Perfect. Another red candle, green candle. We're reversing. Okay, awesome. Now we never came back down, but we did come back up to the original support. I'm sorry, resistance, which is here. Got close there, came down, but we actually hit it. Okay, we actually hit it. So that tells you, remember, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it might pop. Okay, just keep drawing your consolidation box along the way if you want a clean entry. Okay, now see that we broke it. This is where you should feel very good and say, man, I'm glad I entered right at the cloud. Okay. Now I'm going to show you something because a lot of folks always make this comment and think, well, I got in on the cloud right in here, but then it went up. Okay. Now we go back to risk management. Okay. If you're going to get in a short position based off the cloud, perfect. Okay, no reason you should have got out. No reason. If you jumped in there, you should have stayed. Okay, just like me. I grabbed a small, little 15 delta, and I said, let's see what happens. Okay, based off my strategy, guess what happened? Okay, we went down. Let's just measure it from here, the original entry, and we went down. This is 4 p.m. $7. $7 on Netflix. buy you a little cheap delta, make some extra cash at the end of the day. Let it ride out. It hits your 1-to-1. Get out, guys. Okay, get out. Okay. Now this is a $5 stop. Okay, $4. Sorry. On a 15 delta, that means that you have to be able to tolerate $60 if it goes negative. If it goes past this, then you stop it at $60. I lost 60 bucks. Okay. But I make 60 bucks here. And if I stayed in, okay, which I did, okay, you get an extra $3. Okay. So on a 15 delta, $7 drop, you're looking at about 150 bucks, guys. Okay. Not a bad day. Not a bad day, because $100 equals what? Do you guys remember? Guys, grab your calculators. 252 trading days. $100 gives you 25,000 a year. 150 gives you another 50 bucks, gives you another 12,000. You're looking at about $37,000 because you're doing this once a day. You do this once a day, you have an additional 30,000, 7,000, 37,000 a year, guys. Okay. Now, why are you not buying this indicator? Why are you not investing in your future? Okay. Maybe you like to lose money. I don't know. Stop doing it, guys. Okay. I hope this video helps, guys. Keep an eye on tomorrow's drops and the next few days. Don't forget about the Elliott Wave Theory. And I'm wishing you guys a green day tomorrow.